Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about how to handle for iframes or frames. Okay, what exactly the frame is? I can say some example like now you can able to see one particular website. Okay, in that website, entire things it is there. Okay, but I want to divide some part, and again the second part. Uh, Now imagine this is my web page. Okay. In this particular web page, I want to divide the part. Okay. I want to divide two parts. Okay. Now I divide it. Okay. If I want to show this place is one particular website and another web page, if I am clicking for anything, it should become here and default also one particular page need to be like one website need to be displayed. Okay, in this particular time what they can do, right, they can able to use the frames. The frame is contain that entire web application, okay, or set of particular web content. And then again you can say the same frame again another frame we can able to create. Okay, one frame can able to have multiple frames, that is called a nested frames. Okay, this is basically a frame. Now I'm going to show you a frame can be able to have that entire website. Okay, if you do this action, that another page will be happen, or inside that also you can do for whatever you want do that actions, you can able to do it without any issue. But in our Selenium, if you do for directly, it won't be able to access those elements when you given directly. Okay, because that particular text box or label or drop down or text box, anything, it is on a separate web application site. Because of that you can't directly communicate with that, we need to switch into that frame and then we need to do the operation. Okay, example, I'm going to show you this particular website. See, this is one frame. Okay, there are multiple divisions. Okay, but as you see that whenever you see that particular website, you can feel that there are multiple text boxes, some of the labels are presented and those things we can able to identify, like that you can able to see, right? Now when you click any place, okay, see there is scroll down and you can see reload frame or view frame source. If you see these two options, okay, if you see that two option, then there is a frame it is presented in that particular website. If you go for any other website which we are using commonly using, right, this we are using commonly. If you see here, you can view page source or select hub, and like this you are able to see. But when you coming to here, when you do that, there are additional two, because of we are able to see for there is a frame inside. Okay, when you click here, you can able to see this is the frame 3 and this is my frame ID and this is my frame name. Okay, and whenever you can see this also frame 2 and id and this one. Okay, if you go here, frame 1 it is presented view page source and it is having for frame id and frame name. Okay, frame id and frame name you can able to use for those names, and you can able to navigate into that particular location. Okay, even we can able to find a list of frames also, okay, by using for tag name. Okay, in that count also we can able to display, even you can use for loop and you can able to show the names also. Okay, if you need for like if you inspect this particular element, okay, you can see there is a frame it is presented and the frame name and id is presented. In case if you need for any attribute to find it, you can able to find that particular naming convention also, like by using for attributes. See the frame having a src attribute, that is a frame 1 attribute. Okay, that frame attribute also you can able to find it. Okay, this is the form, sorry, this is the form and this is the frame. I think this is the form, I think, sorry, this is the form. That is the form actually. That is also form. It's not a frame. And if you see here, when you inspect the iframe, and we need to do for view page source. Sorry, view page source. You can see there are things are presented. Frame tag, frame one, SRC attribute is presented. Okay, all the things are directly they are used for frame. There is no iframe. They are not mentioned. They are using for frame itself. Okay, we can able to hit by using for we can automate by using for index, or we can use for id locator or name locator. Any of them we can able to use and we can able to automate. Okay, now we can see here. I'll copy this, pasting here, deleting this one. Okay, now this is my frames. Okay, and this particular frame handling purpose we are using for this particular website. I'm going to here, I'm pasting this particular URL. Okay, now I'm saving. Implicitly we will use that, and first we'll show that list of iframes are presented. Okay, for this I list I web element and specifying that. Okay, iframes equal to driver or dot find elements and by dot tag name. What tag name we are going to use, that is called the frame, because the tag name is frame, not for the iframe. Then we can use for frame. Okay, now we are able to store that entire frames into in this particular iframe location. Okay, we can able to show that entire count as well. Okay, console dot log, so console dot write line. Okay, and I'm going to use to display that number of iframes in a page, and I'm going to specify in that iframes dot com. Okay, that defines that how many it is there, and we can able to see. Now I'm going to expanding this one. Now also expanding here. And need to find my iframe here, and I'm going to run. Okay, first time it will take some time. Now it is done. Now you can see there are five. Okay, even view page source time also we are able to see that five frames. Okay, we are able to see that entire frames. Now I want to print all my frames. Okay, for each loop. Okay, and I'm going to define the var iframe in iframes. Okay, and I'm going to displaying that entire value like attributes. SRC attribute is there, right? For that SRC attribute I'm going to fetch and displaying that. Okay, and I'm not going to display the number iframe. Okay, here iframe. Now iframe dot a get attribute. What is the attribute we have? SRC attribute. Okay, SRC attribute. Now again I'm going to here. Now iframe 1. Again I'm running. Now we'll see for all the SRC attributes values. Now you can see all the attribute values we are able to see. Right. Now now we have the count we are able to show, and we can able to showcase that attribute values also in a frame. Okay. Now how to click or enter text box value. Okay, how to enter a text box value. You can able to switch that particular element. Okay, first we need to switch element. Without switching an element, we can try for this particular first element to write the text box value. Okay, now if I inspect this particular element, text box having for name. Okay, now I'm taking the name attribute. Okay, my text one. Okay, but I'm going to here directly. First I'm going to run finding the element by directly. Okay, without switching an element. Okay, now send keys. Sorry, I'm going to use for Lokesh. Okay, saving this. Now we can see now again I'm going to run for this particular one. Now if you come by, we can able to get the error message. Okay, still it is waiting. It is waiting long time. Sometime it is waiting some more time. It should fail it. It is taking more time to load. We can get the some error message because it won't be find that particular element because of that frame it is presented. Okay, we should get that error message, but unfortunately it is not showing that. Meanwhile, we'll see if it is failed, then we can see that error here. Meanwhile, I'm going to do for switching that window. Okay, not window frame. Okay, driver a dot switch to. Okay, switch to dot. Here we can see that there is a frame. Okay, if you mention here what type of thing we can able to mention those things, it will there is a plus to overriding functionalities presented. In case if there is no frame is presented, we can able to get that exception called no such frame exception. Okay, and we can able to provide any argument. Okay, now I'm going to provide for one. Okay, Now in this case I'm switching that window and again I will search. Okay, it is it is failed. Now you can see here it is failed, no element exception, no such element exception because it is not able to find it. Okay, now again I'm searching index of that because I provide that index of value. Index position starts. But it is not switching. No such element exception. Index position will start 0, I think. 1 minute. We'll run and see again. I mentioned for the index position as yeah, index position it starts with the 0. Sorry, the frame index will starts from the 0. Then we can able to switch here and we can able to work. Then if I want to enter the second frame value. Now you can see here. Can we able to enter that second frame text box value directly? Means no, because it is also having for second frame. Okay, means that particular frame we need to switch out of that, then only we can able to enter a value, otherwise we can't. I'll show you that as well because my text to right. And like this if you use right, it won't work because again it will show you the frame because you are in the frame 0, you are not in the frame 1, means second frame, you are not in the second frame. Then how you can able to do means there is a function called driver dot a switch to a dot a default context. Okay, this will give you to switch back to the original frame when the browser is open. Then again we need to use this particular line of code and we need to change that in frame index. Okay, then we need to work. Okay, now what will happen, whenever you open and enter, then automatically it will end up the two places. Okay, I'll show you that as well. Now again, two text box location I'm going to enter text box, my text box 1 and my text box 2 because I'm switching back to that particular element. See, two places I'm able to enter. Okay, and here is basically a nested frame. A frame again another frame will be presented. Now if you see here, we can whenever when we see the page source time, we are able to see only for 5. We are able to see for 5, but we are able to see here is 4. Where is the fifth one? Means this is the fifth one. Okay, this particular third frame having for two frames. Okay, this frame and this frame, and this particular frame if you want to click any text box or anything, again we need to switch into the frame 5. When you are in a frame 3, again we need to switch into here and again we need to do that. Okay, this I'm giving you for that working purpose. Okay, in case if you are not able to do for nested frame, please comment on this video. I can code and I can able to give it. Okay, thank you for watching and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.